Hello everyone, I'm Teresa, and on today's video I'm going to talk about the Five of Wands. Welcome back to another tarot video. Today we are talking about the minor arcana card, Five of Wands. If you are new to my tarot videos, I will not give you a list of keywords for the card itself, but instead I will help you to look at the card and understand the drawing behind it, what the card itself is telling you, okay? Before we start, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up to show some support and to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. That is the best way to get a notification every time a new video is out. Also, I need to tell you that I have COVID right now and I am doing isolation in my bedroom, so I'm sorry in advance if my voice is a bit weird or if the video has some cuts. It will probably mean I had to take breaks to rest my voice or just to cough, okay? So sorry about that. Now to what really matters, the Five of Wands. This will be a quick card to explain, okay? But as always, let's start by the number. In this case, the number 5, the number that brings changes and uncertainty. This number within the tarot already sparks up the idea of conflict or struggling times. But let's see how this number can be applied to this card. So let's look at the card and see what can we point out from the drawing alone. We seem to have a lot going on in this image, a very confusing scene, but we can point out that there are 5 men, and each of them are holding a wand. They seem to be fighting by the look on their faces, and we can notice that they are all dressed in different colors. We can also notice how the sky is a clear blue, and the land seems to be made of rock. Not too much green or even bumps or mountains either. So putting this all together, what can we make out of this scene? If you remember, the Four of Wands showed up the wands as a way to keep balance. They were all used equally to keep a structure steady. However, on this card, the wands are not being used for the same purpose at all. They are being used as weapons so the men can attack each other. They don't seem to be able to work together. Also notice how they all wear different colored clothes, especially the pants. Some are red, some are green. This gives us the idea that their goals are different. They have different motivations, which can be the cause for them to be fighting in the first place. But this fight doesn't seem to be too violent. They don't seem to be attacking one another directly, or at least hitting each other with the wands. This suggests that there is conflict between parties. People that should be working with you are actually competing with you, but they are not directly attacking you. They all stand on solid ground, and all of them have both feet standing firmly on the ground. So this is a clear evidence of a solid foundation. They are solid and confident with what they believe, and even though they are fighting, they will not abandon their belief, because they are firm about it. From all of this, we can conclude that these men all have different backgrounds, different belief systems, and different drives. And these differences between them is what is causing this lack of understanding. This is the reason why they are unable to work together for a common goal. Now, the colors to keep in mind: the bright blue sky, and blue is the color of the element of water, the element of the subconscious and the emotions. Being the sky, it brings us the feeling of freedom and bright open spaces. So there is room to explore and to let our subconscious work. The red of the clothing, you probably know well by now that it relates to fire, and thus the energy of the suit of wands: passion, creativity, energy, and so on. The green pants, on the other hand, is the color of earth, and thus the representation of life, of abundance, growth, and even material goods. I should also mention the man dressed in yellow because it is a color that just pops in this card. Yellow stands for the sun, the radiance, the life, the warmth, a positive color that brings clarity. So what can this card mean if drawn on a reading? Well, first and foremost, there is obvious conflict and competition, okay? You may not be aware of it just yet, but people that should be on your team are not really working with you, okay? Now notice that they may not be directly against you because on this card, men are not hurting each other. People can work in different ways than you without directly hurting you. They may be working towards their own goal, and that just happens to be different from your own goal. Remember that having competition doesn't necessarily mean that you have a foe. And sometimes having competition and being aware of it, it's what helps us to improve and work harder than ever before. Just because others have different opinions doesn't make them wrong. You are just not able to be in tune with them, to listen to them, and at the same time they are unable to listen to you. So if you get stuck with this conflict of minds, with this competition, remember that it is important to know when to listen to others, and it is even more important to know how to respect different opinions. It's easier to fight people that don't share the same beliefs as ourselves, but there is a lot of growth waiting when we actually stop and listen and try to understand why they see things differently. But what if the card is drawn reversed? This card upside down will turn this disagreement into a positive thing. Fighting will subside and everyone will be more open to listen and accept one another. It means some conflicts will find solutions, new opportunities will arise, and fights will slowly fade away and disappear. The harsh times are going away and you are now able to feel some relief after an intense period of disagreement. This is everything I have for you today. I hope this video helps you to better understand the Five of Wands and that in the future you are able to read this card without needing the help from the booklet or any help at all. Remember that learning tarot is more about practice and working with your intuition than it is about just memorizing keywords and lists of meanings, okay? Thank you so much for watching another tarot video. With a bit of luck, my voice hasn't ruined this video and you are able to enjoy it. Just a few more days in isolation, so wish me luck to keep my sanity alive, okay? Remember that you can find my other social media links on the description box down below. And there you can also find my Ko-Fi account where you can donate at the small price of a coffee. Every donation helps to keep this channel alive and is deeply appreciated. I will see you on the next video for another card. Stay safe. Bye.